Hello, good morning, and welcome to our Tuesday Beardy's Funny Show! Yay!
Oh,
wow, that's too close.
I can hardly contain my enthusiasm. This is the voice of the Mr. Ons.
So Gary, do you want to tell John about your special hole that you made in the wall going into Marion's room?
No. No. This is to do with the shelf, is it?
As you may know,
made a special hole for Marion.
as you may know, a couple of weeks ago, my shelf fell down upon my head. Well, yesterday, Marion, bless her, went and bought brackets and fittings for the shelf to be replaced up on the wall. Unfortunately, the fittings in the shelf weren't able to mate up together properly. So today I had to go and get some longer fittings. Drilled the holes, put the shelf up, took 10 minutes to do. It's all back up, all the kit's back up there. And then Kerry Ann, who was assisting me, said, "Dad, there's 2 holes in Mum's wall." And I thought she was taking the mickey. So I drilled right through the wall. Marion's not happy.
He's made a glorious hole. 2 glorious holes.
I did try and sell it to her on the fact that if she wants to put a shelf up, the holes are already there that will be this bracket.
Oh, wow.
And I cut my finger. And I went to B&Q with my slippers on.
Have you also got Alzheimer's?
I don't know. I've got a face-to-face session this afternoon and it's not looking good.
You made it up in your underpants and a t-shirt.
Wow.
Or just the t-shirt.
Ooh, God, that's even worse. Oh, the Telford flasher.
So this morning, I got dressed this morning, went in the bedroom, and there was clothes on the bed. And I thought, bloody hell, she put clothes on the bed for me to put away again. And then realised they were the clothes I just got out to put on.
There could be the early signs. Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Okay.
Reaching for something. There we are.
But I have put my bets on for Cheltenham today.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Your JB for Ascot.
Which isn't running.
Yeah, which makes it even more impressive. So, now that we've sorted that one out and got it out of our system, I've just seen a light flash under my desk. What the hell?
Oh, yeah. Nothing to do with the electrics I was working on yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he was working on the electrics as well. He electrocuted him.
No, it didn't. It worked. The light comes on and nothing else went off. And
if you notice, his hair is now... Marion had to get some wet towels and...
I tell you what, that is the first time in 61 years nearly that I've done electrics.
I wouldn't do them. It's too dangerous.
Well, it's like you said. I was saying to you before we went live. I said, the instructions on the new. It was a new light switch basically. It said black wire goes here, yellow wire goes here, and the red wire goes here. Blah blah blah. Fantastic. Took the old cover off. All the wires are red.
Did you know they're changing the coding for the colours of the electrical wires now?
It means nothing to me because I don't know what they are anyway.
Well, it used to be brown for Earth, red for live, and blue for neutral.
Yeah.
In the UK. They're changing it now to the EU colours. So now it's going to be something like brown's neutral and yellow and green is something else.
Yellow and green is Earth and blue is neutral. It's been that way in Australia since the early 80s. Get on board.
I see. We're following your lead, John.
No, we followed the EU lead.
Yeah, exactly. The UK way makes sense because brown is earth coloured and red is dangerous.
So it used to be red for active, black for neutral, and green for earth. But
No, we do red for live,
yeah,
brown for earth, and blue for neutral.
He's a lecky though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for fixed wiring in Australia, it's still red for earth, black for neutral,
Red for
green with
earth.
a yellow trace. Red for active. Did I say earth?
Yeah.
Red for active, black for neutral, green with a yellow trace for earth. But flexible wiring, temporary wiring, like extension leads, it's brown for active, blue for neutral, green and yellow for earth.
Yeah.
So that's European standard.
Yeah. Military standard is everything the same colour.
Yes.
And just have a different number on it.
Because you can't be colorblind and be an avionics fitter or a technician, but all the wiring's white anyway. It's so you can read resistor color codes.
Well, exactly. I mean, I'm colourblind, and when I did my colourblindness test to join up, they went, "Yeah, we can't pass on that, but here's a bunch of wires. Can you tell us which one's the earth, live, and neutral?" And I went, that one. And they went, right, okay, we'll pass on that because you're going to be a vehicle mechanic, and all the wires are the same colour anyway.
Yeah, cool.
Anywho,
Random chat out of the way.
Yeah.
Shall we? In fact, John, do you want to show us what you're going to be working on?
Sure. So this will be the continuation of the Kugelpanzer.
Oh yeah,
the ball tank as a cricket ball is what I'm aiming for. So I haven't progressed really anything since last time we did this. So I'll change my camera regardless. Show you what I'm up to. Right.
Sorry, I've just had a parcel through though. I'm just opening it.
There we are. So yeah, so the insides are done. I want to do a bit of weathering on that today. I've off screen I've painted the magazine holders. So these are German machine guns. Well, I'm showing here. I'll need to paint them gunmetal, but the magazines apparently are black. So there's 4 magazine holders that go around. The hemispheres, they're painted with an off-white, a great grey white. So what I'll be progressing the sides to go like that later on.
Lovely.
Yeah, so two of those, and you get the idea. So broil. Yep. So I'll just be finishing off the insides.
Lovely jubbly.
Mm.
What about you, modders?
Ooh. I will get rid of my fist. I have this little goblin alchemist to work on today.
Nice. Tell us about it whilst I get mine off the shelf.
There's not really much to tell. It's part of me Moonstone tabletop roleplay game characters. Yeah. I did the pug last time.
Yep.
Got the guy this time.
Oh, so the pug finished?
Pretty much.
Let's see the pug then. We haven't seen the pug.
He's currently still drying. I varnished him. I was some spray varnish, so he's in the studio because I only varnished him this morning. I don't want to touch him.
Okay.
Fair point.
So yeah.
Gary, other than holes, what are you making?
I'm working on 2 1-to-1 scale lasagnas. That I've just been asked to get out the freezer. No. I'll probably do a bit of work on the Chinook in a minute.
Nice.
Before I go out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to run these lasagnas downstairs.
Okay. Cool. And as for me, I shall switch cameras so you don't have to see my ugly mug for too much longer.
Yay. I mean, oh.
Love you too, John.
Ooh, wow.
There you go. So I've painted it. Painted the water. So I'm going to add some water effects and stuff now.
Very nice.
Yeah. That is the tissue over the tin foil. And then I've painted it with sea blue and clear blue. After I did the highlights and lowlights in black and white. And lots of varnish over the top.
Very nice.
So, yeah. Going to do some textures on it today. Before I do that, I will go through the chat because it's piling up.
Mhm.
Tish says, good morning, welcome, and enjoy the stream. Please hit the button. We appreciate it when you do. We certainly do. Julian says, morning, Tiff.
Morning, Julian.
Jim says, hello to all in chat. Like button deployed. Julian says, howdy, Jim, striped skunk. Jim says, hello, Tiffany and Julian. Paul's in. He says, Paul says, evening all. Good evening, Paul. Oh, you have remembered to put your pants on, Gary. Well done.
Yeah, today is a good day.
Julian says, evening, Paul. Paul says, hi, Julian. Jim says, hello, Paul. Paul says, evening, panel. Good evening, Paul. Matthew says, morning, all. Paul says, evening, Jim. Better looking Marley says, hello, Jim, Julian, and Paul. Paul says, hi,
Hello.
Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Paul says, hi, Paul. My middle name is Paul. Jim says, hello, Paul.
My middle name isn't.
Your middle name isn't? What? That's an unusual middle name.
My middle name is Anthony.
My stepbrother's called Anthony. Well, his middle name's Anthony.
Well, actually, it's Anthony.
Gary Anthony.
Yes.
So your initials are Gammy.
Yeah. Just about sums like
Julian
that.
said, Julian said, a shelf fell down. First I've heard of it, Gary.
It might fall down, but it's been put up again. That didn't quite.
And it's never going to get you down.
That's
It's
it.
never going to get you down.
Well, it's not going to come down now, is it? Marion can hang off the other side of it. You should have just put some through bolts on. She could have used them as coat hooks.
Well, Kerry Ann's way of telling her was saying, Mum, did you want a picture up in your modelling craft room?
What you do to her now is you say, well, you can just put some hooks in now and hang stuff up.
I'm just keeping out of it.
Ian says, good morning and evening to both hemispheres. Hello, Ian.
Hello,
Hi,
Ian.
Hello.
You lovely, lovely man. Julian says, morning, Mikey, Tiff, Gary, evening, John. Hello, Julian.
Hoi, hoi.
Or should I say, Borada, Situti. Jim says, hello, Ian. Better looking Marley says, what's your beer of choice tonight, John? It is, of course,
It is.
cheap box wine. Carlton Dry. Oh, it's horse piss.
Well, here's mine.
Oh, is that the cloudy
Ah.
cordial again?
You got the lemon. He's got the lemon screech again, hasn't he?
Yeah, the ooh.
It's the same effect. It's a sugar rush.
I deliberately waited for that.
A cloudy lemonade. My God, that wakes you up.
Yeah. So is there water in it?
It just comes straight out the carton like that.
Yeah, but you're meant to put water in it.
No.
Lemon juice, isn't it? Dieter
I'm
says,
quite worried
not the
now
red
because-
wire.
Not the red wire. Yeah.
PT5.
Not the red wire.
Jim, Benji. Jim says, Benji, hello, my canine friend.
Yeah, he was howling a minute ago because his mum's just gone out.
Again.
Yeah, she's gone to Wellington to not the Wellington in New Zealand.
No.
Dieter says,
She's
here,
gone to Wellington
red
to
or
buy
blue.
some polyfiller.
Dieter says, here, red or blue is live, brown is neutral, and earth is green and yellow striped. Matthew says green, yellow equals earth, blue, neutral, brown, live. My God,
Yeah.
that's even more complicated.
No, that's the same as Australia for flexible wiring.
Oh God, where were we? Hang on a minute. Well, there we go. Matthew says housing wiring up to the late 80s was red live, black neutral. There we go.
Yeah, still is now.
June says, if those are early signs I started years ago, I put my phone down, took down my headphones box and put it on my phone, removed my headphones and said aloud to myself, where the F's my phone? And that was in my late 30s. Bless you. Scott's in, he says, hello.
Hello.
June says, evening, Scott. Paul says, evening, Scott. Peter, greetings, Julian, Jim, Matthew, Scott, Paul, Tiff, John, Paul, times 2, Mikey, Gary, Breathe, and myself. Why did I need a breather again? Paul says, evening, Hagrid of Boone. Julian says, Tiff, do you use a zenithal coat for figures?
No.
Oh, apparently, you know we're going to be doing that competition soon.
Mm-hmm.
I can get it good sorted. Dieter has been to his local model shop, Spot in Modelbrow, and ordered the kits for him and Nia. And apparently, Arno, the guy that owns it, is very amused because Dieter's told him that he's got to make sure that he doesn't let Nia know what model kit Dieter's doing because she's one of the judges. So you think it's quite cool. Yeah. So that should be fun for him. Tiff, do you use zenithal coat for figures?
No.
Oh, there we go. Quick answer. I do.
You wanted
It's a
the
bit
longer
difficult
answer?
to
Jim says, good
wrap
afternoon. Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Gary?
I said, and if you wanted the longer answer was no.
The dramatic, slow dramatic dive.
Sorry. Oh,
Dieter says, beginning to look good, folks. Well, we've only been doing it 12 months, The live streams are. Jim says, including any sharks in the water, Mikey? No. Funnily enough, no.
sharks. Don't talk to me about sharks.
Jim says, hello, Scott, Australia. Scott's in Tasmania. Jim says, that explains wiring in the house, 1984, Matthew. Not the whole wall lights bought on Amazon, which are wired to the US standard despite being sold in the UK. Oh, dear.
Oh, no, it's fine. So
You're
things that are plugged in, they could be any wire, really.
Yeah.
However, there's rules. Just abide by the wiring rules in your own country of origin. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Ian says, Gary has the same magnifying glasses as me now. I'm glad you demonstrated the lights. It reminds me to put them on charge.
Yeah, I put them on charge yesterday and realised how bright they actually were when they got a full charge in them. It's the first time I've been able to charge them since I got it. And I'm rather hoping the reciprocating sander turns up in a minute while Marion's out because she didn't know I bought it. I'm in enough shit as it is today.
June says, evening, Melbourne, Marley. Dieter says, my full legal name is Dieter Jan Paul Liemens. Cool. And he says, the polls are polled up here indeed. Yeah, there's lots of us. In fact, my dad's called Paul as well. Junior says, I have those two, Ian. And he says, students on my MA Masters had initials ARS, who's a norm and a half, and I suggested adding Esquire, then his initial would be Ars. Ian says, nice one, Julian. I bought the ubiquitous YouTuber. Yeah. He says, I bought the ubiquitous YouTuber white ones, but they get heavy after a short time. Yeah.
Sorry, Gary started singing.
I did.
It's all right. Bet looking Marley says, lubed and subscribed. Maybe that's what we should say instead of like and subscribe.
Lube and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Then they can't say, yeah, shall we say?
Don't forget,
I think it'd be
lube and
fun.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and
Deep says,
subscribe.
no sharks, but some golf balls. Perhaps not.
Good morning.
Some golf balls.
He's
Golf
awake.
balls, perhaps, in that water. If I was to put golf balls in the water at 1/600 scale, I don't think I'd be able to see them.
No. It'd be smaller than pinheads.
Yeah. Matthew says rules we used to use were red to green, blue to bits. There you go. Hang on, that sounds like a dominatrix sort of thing. Red to green, blue to bits.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe he means red to nips, blue to bits, or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Honestly,
Moving on.
Onion worm.
Ian says, Michael, guess what my middle name is? I'm going to say Bob.
yeah, I'm going to say you haven't got one.
Dieter, you'll be responsible for. Oh, this is actually a good point, right? Dieter says you'll be responsible for explaining the lube and subscribe to Nia and the kids. Cats will not care. That's a good point, actually.
We'll keep it at like. We're keeping it like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding me of that, Dieter. Yeah. Bet looking Marley says, Gary, that cloudy lemonade looks exactly like hydraulic oil from 1000 ppm of water. That explains your reaction when you sipped it out.
Oh gosh, it really is. It really is wake up.
Battery acid.
Really
battery
is
acid.
wake up.
Okay, so what am I going to use to do water effects?
Water?
Probably going to use some UV resin. Fully enough, no. Need a UV torch. Don't roller. And I should have some water stuff somewhere. There we go, water gel. Right. Just need to blow my nose.
Oh, well, I'm wide awake now. Probably should have been wide awake.
Ian says the answer was in the question. So your middle name is Michael then. June says my middle name is Matthew. Until I was 18, I was told T was the Welsh way to spell Matthew. Oh, 1T was the Welsh way to spell Matthew. Then Mum admitted Dad had a bad day registering my birth.
Thankfully, I had no say in the naming of our children.
My auntie wanted to call her her first child, Crystal. If it'd been a girl, and when my cousin, male cousin, luckily was born, my uncle said to her, "It's a good job it's not female." And she went, "Why?" He said, "Well, think about it. You wanted to call her Crystal." She went, "Yeah, what's wrong with that?" And he went, "Our surname's Ball."
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been an unfortunate name, Crystal Ball. Dieter says, "Don't get me started. Give my complete run of names. We'll be here for a while." Yeah. Better looking Marley says, "When I heard about the shipping disaster in the North Sea, my first thought was, I wonder if they're using Shannon class lifeboats. Look what you've all done to me."
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it wasn't for the 30 odd people that have been rescued from the ships. It was, I wonder what type of lifeboat they're using.
Yes, it's still burning apparently.
Yeah. Well, you can always find out what type of lifeboat they were using by looking up the lifeboat stations, because I know one of them was Skegness lifeboat station, and it was the three surrounding Skegness as well.
Skeggy will be close. Well, I suppose the Hull lifeboat will be out there. Or Humber lifeboat, whatever they call it.
Yeah, Humber lifeboat. I think the Humber's probably 7 class, isn't it? Because it's a deep, it's a bigger lifeboat, and Humber's always had the big lifeboats.
Just trying to work out. Oh right.
Julian says, "Joke. Mr. Tickle wanted to get married. His girlfriend Tess didn't like what her name would be." There we go. Very good, Julian.
Oh dear.
Dieter says, "Don't forget the Leonardo SAR Helo's Uncle Marley." Yeah.
66. 66.
Bingo.
I would like 66 sausage sandwiches, please.
Are you taking mick out of people with speech impediments?
Nope.
That's not.
That's not very nice.
Crappy.
Me and Dieter are learning Welsh, right? Right. I sat here last night and I was looking at all my stuff, and I've got all my little drawers and stuff labelled, as any modeler does. And I sat here and I thought, the best way to learn a language quicker is to sort of surround yourself with it. So I went on a spree of relabeling everything in Welsh.
Oh right. You label everything. I don't label anything.
The Humber lifeboat is a 7 class.
There we go. I was right. Yes. So now, instead of tweezers, I have Gevel.
Really?
And cocktail sticks, I have Fin Cocktail. There we go. Dieter says, "Tuss, tuss, tuss, Uncle Jules. Oshita tickle." We're getting way too much mileage out of that Oshita joke.
Oh, you can never have too much mileage out of it.
Katie Boring married Martin Bland. Now she's known as Boring Bland. And apparently Julian's trying his best to look innocent. Right, I need...
Apparently, in Australia, LeBron was telling me that someone or other black married someone or other white, so they both changed their name to Grey.
Well,
I thought you were talking about Cilla Black then, because she was Cilla White
before she got
married, wasn't she?
Right? Her real
Yeah.
name was
She
Priscilla
was
White.
white, and then she got married to.
There you go. Didn't know that.
Surprise, surprise. Better looking Marley says another fun fact about it was that Grimsby Harbour has been featuring in the news for the first time since ever. The Venetian-looking tower you'll see was the world's first hydraulic accumulator. There we go.
Oh, actually,
Nice.
I remember you telling me about that once before.
See, every day is a school day on this channel.
Mm.
Johnny says that's an Oshita joke, Hagrid. Oh, I just remembered. I downloaded a load of music off the YouTube Studios the other day. I can put some new music on.
Oh,
Cool.
Do you
I
have the
shall
white
load it up
stripes?
now.
Oh, she's a tune.
Well, at least this is a school day that I don't hate.
Well, yes, that's true.
Oh,
If school was like this, I would have learned a lot more. Yeah, if they'd advanced beyond chalk and slate, you'd have learned a lot more, Gary.
Didn't have time for school in my day, boy.
Not that I'm saying you're older, Anna.
Straight up those chimneys you were.
Too busy playing. Didn't have time for school in our days. We're straight down the mine. Down the mine the minute you were born.
Straight down the pit you were.
Don't eat your
Aye.
milk. You can't have
The
any
babies were
pudding.
used as alarms. If a rock fell on them, they cried. Obviously, that didn't really happen, so don't go complaining. Making any silly complaints to YouTube. They didn't really use very small children. They did use children, just not newborn babies.
You for a start
Let's have a
couldn't
look.
follow basic orders.
There it is. Yeah, exactly. And they couldn't push coal carts.
Oh, that's why that's
Very
on
well.
There you go. There you go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs uploading now.
9 songs.
All of which can be used in live stream. Right, where are we? Gary!
What?
Shut up!
What?
Singing.
I was making it up. It can't be copyrighted.
Too right.
I know, but I'm trying to read the comments. Nigel says, howdy all, how's your health and distemper? Hello, Nigel.
Well,
I think Gary's blood pressure's just gone up.
Look, I've been shouted at enough today.
It's the thought of playing with those holes he's put in the wall later. Into Marion's room. Dieter says, ain't I a Oshita sod now?
Still funny.
Yeah. And he says, health, can you eat that? And is it distemper an ale? Oh, is distemper an ale? Yeah, distemper is mood. Ooh, that music should have loaded up now.
My mood is actually good at the moment.
Oh, still.
My mood has actually taken a 180 degree turn in the last week or so. It's gone from quite low to quite good.
Is that because of recent events that we shan't discuss on here?
I think it's things in general.
Involving decisions.
Yeah, so that's got some of it to do with it. And, but all in all, I'm starting to feel like my old self again.
Ew.
Which has obviously been proven this morning. As
Good.
I
That's what we like.
bumbled through life trying to put a shelf up and going to B&Q in my slippers.
So B&Q, hardware store?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
DIY store, yeah.
Yes.
Allegedly.
It's the big main one in the UK.
Oh, without sausage sizzle at the
Oh,
front.
still sealed.
Without what? Sorry.
A sausage sizzle.
No,
There's a greasy calf out the front.
what's
One of these
sausage got to
mobile-
do with hardware?
Well, so they have fundraisers at Bunnings
Yeah.
here. Basically, volunteers cook snags for scouts or whatever. Models for Heroes, for instance, if we had one. And people come and pay $3.50 for a snag in bread and then complain about it. No, it's good. It's called a democracy sausage as well. Because whenever we vote, we
Don't talk to
if
Gary
they
about
have a
sausages when he's been
sizzle at
making
the
holes in the wall.
polling booth. They call it a democracy sausage. People complain when they don't get them, but they don't sort of do anything to cook them themselves.
And anyway, we're not going down that rabbit hole again.
Oh,
John.
Okay. Right.
Give him points for trying.
Yeah. He's trying to slip it in there, isn't he? Hey.
I'm talking about sausages,
Gigging.
recipes now. I mean,
Well,
cripes.
Talking about sausages, and you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Gary's new wall adaptations.
All right, can we just move on from that? God, hey,
Sonic says, "Hey guys, do we need a shut the f up Gary sticker?"
no,
Could
but
we?
we might need an S shut
Could we?
the F up Mikey sticker.
Yeah.
Trying to open this bloody bottle of water gel effects, but must have leaked slightly.
Ah.
Julie says, Dad's father was 12 when he started to work in the pits, 65 when he retired, so 53 years down the pits. Now people whine about child labour, yet only 100 years ago the UK used it. Yeah, exactly. Julie says, morning, Sonic. Hobby Time says, Jim, heard about Peter Oz scale modelling? Oh, hi, Jim, heard about Peter Oz scale modelling?
Yes. So for those who don't
Do you
know,
want to
Peter
elaborate?
Holroyd, who's a YouTuber, Oz Scale Modelling, has a live stream every month, I think, maybe even week, maybe it's bi-weekly. Anyway, he recently moved from Australia to Thailand. So a couple of hours ago,
Yes.
there's a picture of him in a neck brace, out of focus and all that sort of stuff like that. He doesn't remember an accident, but he was removed from his scooter in the middle of his village in Thailand and suspected broken ribs, possible shoulder injuries, that sort of thing. So yeah, so Peter, I know you're not watching this stream because yours is quality, but all the best, speedy recovery, and I hope you feel better.
Get well soon, Peter.
Modders, that could be a timeout offence. That
Oh,
slating the stream.
yeah, but genuine. Yeah, hope you get
Yeah.
well soon. I mean, that's no good. He was. Look, it looks in a bad way. So it's lucky to be with us,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Well, yeah. Goodness grief. Right. Sonic says, hey, Julian. Jim says, hello, Sonic. How are you today, mate? Paul says, evening, Gordon. Hobby Time says, hi, Paul. Jim says, Hobby Time, no, I haven't. What happened? Hobby Time says he had a motorcycle accident. He's in hospital. Jim said, oh, no. Is he hurt badly?
It's pretty bad.
Better looking Mally says, being cute, is that the hardware chain where the drills are all longer than the average wall figure scale? You deserve that one.
That's the one, Paul. That's the one.
Well played, sir.
Yes, those are the ones.
Oh,
Yes, the drill bits are this long.
Yeah, he accidentally bought an industrial drill bit instead of a domestic one.
Oh yeah.
The thing that made it worse was I was with the worst piss taker in the world who stood next to me.
She learned from the best, though, Gary.
God, blimey. I just couldn't do nothing but laughing. Never mind. Anyway.
Paul
it.
says, well, that's second Gordon. Hope it's not another cat. Car, I imagine. Hobby Time says, hi, I am on one off them dinosaurs coal miner. I'm one of those dinosaur coal mines. My granddad was a coal miner. He was a fitter in the coal mines. He started off in Sutton Manor Colliery, and then he went to South Africa, and he was for the first on scene at the Bulawayo mining disaster.
Oh right.
Him and his mate were checking the vents in the wood, jungle wood, whatever they call them over there. And as they were checking him, all he heard was a rumble, and then saw a puff of dust and smoke come out of the vent. So they turned around and looked at the other vents, and they slowly, each vent started going poof, poof, poof. And they were like, oh dear.
And this bloody great drill came through the rock. And on the other end of it was a bloke from Telford going, am I through yet?
Yeah. So they jumped in their Land Rover, drove down to the mine site, and the guy in the guard room was on the floor, obviously snuffed out, but he had no injuries or anything. So they're like, what the hell's going on here? And as they went to the mine and started going further into the shaft, the bodies were getting more and more burnt. And what happened is there'd been an underground explosion, and the pressure wave had come out of the mine shaft and killed the guard and everything. So he spent all day pulling remains out of the mine.
Oh, here we go. So the latest from Peter.
There you go.
It's okay. We won't get much sleep, but we'll be fine. Lots of lovely nurses taking care of me. 2 broken ribs and a fractured collarbone. So could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, get well soon, Peter.
We wish you all the best, sir.
This is what makes me mad when you see youngsters riding motorbikes around with no helmets on and things. They don't realise how much damage can be done to someone even at 30 mile an hour.
I can tell you an interesting story.
No, you couldn't.
When I was on detachment in southern Italy, the Italian authorities had just brought in into law that you had to have a helmet if you were riding a motorcycle.
Okay.
In true Italian style, they didn't say you had to wear it.
Oh.
What you'd see were all these Italian youngsters on their scooters and motorbikes riding around with helmets hanging off the handlebars.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
2 seconds.
I think, my view is, I ride a scooter myself. My view is if you're in any accident, you will come off second best. So, don't take the risk.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a collision with the car will win.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I've only had one accident. That was me riding through my garage door.
Yeah, that was funny. Sonic says, hey, Jimbo, okay, thanks. Other than putting up with recurring pains in my gums again, hope you're good, mate. Jim says, thanks for the update, John. Best wishes and speedy recovery to Peter.
Yeah.
Julie says, by the way, that's not to say child labour is okay. Of course it isn't. Just that there are sometimes reasons people do it. I did a blog on it a few years ago, link in Discord.
Oh.
There we go.
I think it's fine when
and
no
of course,
one's watching.
We are Bearded Veteran. Yeah. Of course, we at Bearded Veteran Creates absolutely do not condone the use of child labour.
No.
Jake, have you finished my washing yet?
Jim said, sorry to hear about your teeth and gum, Sonic. Sonic says, totally, Jim, it's getting beyond the joke now. Dentist never used to bother me until I got my wisdom tooth took out. That was just horrible, and now I'm not exactly keen on the idea of going back. It's best to get it sorted. Jim says, people sometimes ask me, why do you wear a helmet? I reply, to protect my head. Accidents on bicycles, scooters, and motorcycles are always bad for the rider. Yes.
Yes.
This is what I think that's what a lot of cyclists seem to forget as well, is it doesn't matter who's at fault, it's you that's going to come off worse against a one-ton vehicle.
Yeah, that's fair. I was holidaying in Hawaii, seeing people there on, whether they hire them or whether they live there, but people on, say, Harley's going down, Waikiki, the main strip and all that sort of stuff, like making as much noise as they can so everyone can look at them. And you think, well, surely you're going to, like with the amount of traffic, you're just playing with fire, aren't you? But, yeah.
Did says, I still have to go to my dentist. I know what you mean, Sonic. Gary, would it make you happy if I put some music on?
No, because I'm going in a minute, aren't I? So you just...
Well, hit us with just one verse and a chorus then, Gary. A 1, a 3, a 5, 7, 9, 12. Oh.
She was only the fishmonger's daughter, but she laid on the slab and... No. Don't jump on the bed more, or I'll see you in the spring. All my accoutrement have fallen off my chinook.
Oh, music.
Is that too loud?
So talking about child labour, I did find out today that no, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, so the kids that sang "We Don't Need No Education" in Brick and the Wall Part 2 weren't paid for it.
Never got paid.
Which is, not a big deal, because they just went around from to the local school from the studio and said, "Hey, music teacher, can you get your kids sort of singing this?" So they did.
And they said, "No, leave the kids alone."
Well, the principal just cracked the poos later on because, they're disparaging my school. I'm just thinking, it's not about you, idiot. Anyway,
I think a door might be useful for him.
Touch face, Benji.
Right, I shall be moving across the spray booth in a few minutes. Woof, woofity woof woof.
Oi!
Hey, Benji, leave that shelf alone.
He's not barking at the door, is he, Gary, for your little
No.
thing that you bought that you weren't supposed to buy?
No. I'm just going to go and... No dog will be harmed in the...
Until you leave the stream.
Wait. There we go. Finally got the bloody thing. Right. Is that music still alright, or is it loud?
No, it's fine.
I'm not going to win that battle. He's barking at a black cat.
Racist.
Yeah, like Brian on Family Guy. Ooh. Go down to the fraction. There you go. That's better. Scott says, did someone say KFC?
Oh, no, but it's in my mind now.
Jim says, kids today would sing, "We don't need no education." Yeah. Paul says, John, once you make the ball tank up, can you see inside it?
I am wanting to. I think at this stage I'm going to have one of the doors open. So I went looking through Frontline Hobbies today for sets that I can either modify or whatever and have seated crew for this. The best I could find for people seated in the same scale are it's a mini art kit of modern cafe people. So they're just wearing standard clothes. I don't think I'd be able to modify them to look like cricketers. So I don't believe I'll have anyone inside it. But
You down
Yeah, right.
at Frontline today, were you, John?
I was.
Take it Lady Sam wasn't there.
Lady Sam was not there, no. That's not why I went.
Paul said, Scott says he's barking at Jack.
Jack sheet.
Sonic says dogs are supposed to bark at the door, not when someone says the word door. Looks like shut the F up, Benji. Yes. It's got louder again. Marley says music is fine. Normally, I can barely hear it.
Mm.
This is quite cool. Oh,
So is
Microphone, move out the
the
way.
better-looking Marley at the bench at the moment?
Yeah, he must be somewhere.
Julie says, regarding traffic, wheelchairs and prams have the same problem. If some idiot parks on the pavement, both have to go on the road. In a wheelchair as well, you can't see over the roof of the cars.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, that's not fair, but yeah, you know what I mean.
See, we live on a little side street, and people have to park on the path, because if they don't, then cars can kind of squeeze past. But things like wagons and fire engines and ambulances and that wouldn't be able to get past.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So, but people can say, people take photos of the cars parked on the path and go into the local Facebook page and go, all these people parking on the path got no respect for people with wheelchairs and pushchairs. And like, hang on a minute. If you can still get home by walking around the cars, but you won't get home if if you need an ambulance on the way, because you won't be able to get it there.
Hmm.
How would you feel if a member of your family couldn't get the help they needed because some idiot had blocked the road?
Oh, depends which member.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim.
June says, so you can't see anything's coming. EVs are a pain too, as you can't see the buggers coming. But you can't hear the buggers coming.
And shout out to Tesla and his owner.
And we're not going down that road, John.
Well, neither
Yeah.
are they, because they're flat batteries.
Paul says, I'm at the model bench, but I'm correcting my assessments.
Oh, okay.
Sonic says, you just need a bigger version of a telescopic inspection mirror, Julian, so you can see over and around the shed. What we could do is make Julian a periscope, like they had in the trenches.
But he'd have to have a recording on his wheelchair of something going. Bong!
Yeah, sonar going off.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen a big company with you.
So this may well look like I'm covering all the painting I've done in white, but it does actually dry clear, this stuff. It'll dry clear and it'll give a nice textured water effect.
Oh dear.
Yes, darling?
Say again. Right, good people. I will leave you and go and cause chaos somewhere else in the West Midlands.
All right, buddy.
Have a
Thanks for
wonderful
dropping in, Gary. I'll
rest-
see
have a
you next
wonderful rest of
time.
your stream, and I shall see you around tomorrow, probably.
You certainly will. Well, maybe. Depends which channel you go in? Which server?
Okay, see
Pretty
you later.
generous for you to drop in. Not shellfish at all.
Not shellfish, no. Ta-da then.
Leave those holes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Matthew says they got rid of the trolley buses in Glasgow as they were dubbed the silent killers. Yeah, they're dangerous.
Oh.
Julian says, by the way, pushing the chair gives me no free hands to hold the periscope. Well, yeah, that's a good point. But you don't need free hands for a periscope, because what we could do is we could fix it on a mount. No, we could fix it on a mount.
Oh, I see.
We could put a boom arm, stick it in the top of the handle behind him, and then he can just reach up, swing it around to his face, look at what's coming, and then wheel along.
Yeah, that's a better idea. What he said.
Yeah. Jim says, more coffee, please. The music, while nice, is a wee bit sleep-inducing inside. Okay, I can change the song. I'll call it, this one's called Top of the Morning.
It's not the Mike Oldfield one, is it?
No, it's by Track Tribe.
No, it's not.
This one is. It says, see, Garrick. Sonic says, remove silent killer trans from Glasgow to now be replaced with Teslas and the like. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bit of a bench migration going in, if you bear with for a mo.
Oh, I think we can do that.
I'm enjoying this. It's been a while since I've painted a figure. I haven't touched my Warhammer ones for a while. Pretty much since I started building other stuff.
Yeah. Amateur Model Making says, morning, guys. How are we all? Very well, thank you. How are you?
Morning.
Hello.
Bumblebee in the back there is he's just spraying. I don't think he can hear us. Jim says, top of the morning and the rest of the day for myself. And Jim says, amateur model making, hello to you. Yeah, I quite like some of the music that's on YouTube Studios.
Yeah. It's rather relaxing.
Yeah. It's better than having sort of dead space on the sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm concentrating. I shall get to the chat in just a moment. Julian says, amateur model making, hello to you. Julian says, hi, amateur model making. Duke says, g'day all you beautiful people, working tonight and had to sort out a few things before relaxing and watching people sleep. Ooh.
Hey, Duke.
Amateur says, I'm all good, thank you. Just about to start my latest project. Ooh, do tell, do tell. What are you working on? And if you want to, you can always share it in the Discord. Share pictures of it in there.
I will put the link up just in case.
Thank you, Modest. Sonic says, has John Connery lost something?
John Connery.
Jim says, I didn't notice that before, Mike. John does have a Bumblebee appearance to him. Ooh, shut up. Jim says, hi, Jim.
Was it a quick visual gag?
I missed that one. All right. Very good.
Now, if this is too loud, let me know.
Oh,
Or
John,
mute
before you do that, do you want to tell people... John, before you do that, do you want to tell people about the 48 and 48?
Sure, why not?
Go for it.
Right. So
Since you
this
are one
weekend,
of the presenters.
yeah, this coming weekend, 14th, 15th, 16th of March 2025, is James Skiffins has a YouTube channel, Facebook page, and it's every birthday for that he started doing a fundraiser, and soon after he started doing that, he sponsored Models for Heroes, became very close to the people that are in it. So now it's an annual fundraiser for Models for Heroes called the Birthday Bash, better known really as the 48 in 48. So the deal is starting at 7:30 in whatever time zone, 7:30 p.m. on the Friday in whatever time zone you're in on the planet Earth. People are encouraged to build.
You can do it, John.
Originally it was any 48 scale model kit within 48 hours. So while there's a live stream, and being part of it and sharing in the conversations, much like the audience is for this live stream. But you can build anything you like. Just any facet of modeling. You can do Warhammer, you can do book nooks, you can do whatever you like. There's no judgment, and everything is welcome, and everybody's welcome. It's raising money for Models for Heroes, which is my charity of choice. It's a UK-based charity raising money for sending model kits to veterans of the British Armed Forces, helping to combat PTSD as a mindfulness exercise. I'm sorry, what?
And blue light.
Oh, and blue light.
Yes. Blue light services.
Blue light. So that's weird.
Fire,
because,
police, and ambulance.
Yeah, but all of ours have one red light, one blue light. So it's really confusing when I hear blue light, because that's the name for disco. So, Sonic Sears picked up. Yeah, so that's kicking off, and the live stream. I'm fortunate enough to be one of the for the third year one of the Australasian presenters for the live stream. So you can tune in. All the details are at 48-48.org. If you look it up there, there's a whole lot of auctions going on around the world, and there's some seriously good lots available. There's like airbrushes and SMS paint kits, and you could join on the Bench podcast in the studio and do a live stream, and you pick the topic and stuff like that. It's all very, very cool. So yeah, I'd encourage everyone to jump across to 48-48.org to find out all the details. Lube and subscribe.
Thank you very much, Sean. You may now continue with your spraying.
Oh, swell. Just peachy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, don't forget to join us. Me and Gary will be running the Friends of Models for Heroes Discord server as well, which will be open to the public. So you can come along, do modeling with us all between 10 and 10 on the days that it's running. You get to meet some of the beneficiaries in there for Models for Heroes, and you also get to meet people from all over the world. Last year we had people from Scandinavia and everything, didn't we, John?
You did. New Zealand, Scandinavia. Peter, I dare say, will not be part of it in Thailand this year, so he has an excuse.
No.
But yeah, they're literally people from around the world at any time. So although it's 48 hours, because it starts in Australia and then goes all the way around, and doesn't start till say Hawaii, is going to be a lot of hours after that. It's virtually, I think, more than 70 hours. It's probably about 76 hours all up for the event. And
Yeah.
It's not a continuous stream. There will be gaps in between where people are encouraged to get sleep and eat well and, all that sort of stuff like that. But it's a wonderful bunch of guys and girls as part of the stream. And it's like this. It could be just stupid banter and just, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So please come and join us.
Obviously, you're the most professional of us, John, because you're the only one that ever gets asked to do it out of the team.
Well, it's
Oh,
like, they don't have a choice. Well, they do. But James doesn't know many people in Australia, so yeah, you'll do. Righto.
That's fair enough.
Hmm.
I'm only joking, by the way, James, if you're watching this. To be honest, I don't think I can keep the conversation. He does watch it sometimes because he goes in the chat.
He does.
To be honest, I'm amazed people are still watching it. In fact, even more people are watching it now. And we've been doing this for, over 9 months now?
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm just amazed that people keep turning up. But I'd be here regardless. It's just it's a lot of fun, and I get stuff built. Okay.
Yeah. I think we get to spend time together. Yay. Was that an as in?
No, that was a like as an Australian, like sound like yeah, it's all right,
God damn it. Right, let's get on with the chat. Speaking of Australians, we have Aussie Ian. He says, "Good evening, funnies." Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Jim says, "Good evening, Ian." Ian says, "Book nooks." Tiff should do one of those with the lights, etc. I don't mean for the 48. I think Tiff would love doing one of them.
If I can get one,
There you go.
I will.
Let's see if we can get Tiff a book nook.
Oh, there we are.
Could be at Telford Telford at the end of the year, but who knows?
Ow.
Oh, guess what? Me and Gary have got in the planning, John. You'll be very jealous of this because you're missing out, right? Me and Gary have been invited to the Spitfire Visitor Centre in Blackpool because one of the viewers is one of the people who run it. And do you when you put your headphones back on?
Sorry,
And
I
do
hope
you
it doesn't
remember-
wash your nose.
Do you remember Squarish that sometimes comments on it?
Yeah.
Yes, James. He's now registered as one of the volunteers there as well. So he's going to speak. Him and the guy that runs it haven't been talking, and they're going to look at when we go up there, making it so that we've got like a tour guide and stuff to tell us all about all the different aircraft. And he's happy for us to film there. And James's job in real life is he's a videographer and things. He actually works for a media company as a cameraman. So he said he's happy to record footage for us and things like that. And he's going to let us know what dates the Spitfires are all coming in and out, so that we can go up there and stand at the end of the runway and watch the Spitfires coming in and out.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun road trip.
It is from Australia. Yeah.
Sonic says, is John's favourite plane painting method called an Osprey?
I get it.
Duke says, I'm looking forward to the 48. Me too. June says, the most professional of us. That's not a high bar, Mikey. Well, thank you very much.
Well spotted there, Jim.
Julie says, laugh out loud, Sonic. And Duke says, I'll be ready in the night mode. Ha ha ha. Do you reckon when Duke goes to work, he stands there with night vision goggles on, watching them sleeping? Just standing over them with night vision goggles on.
Oh, I hope
yes. Breathe like that. Yes.
it puts
just
the
made-
lotion on its skin.
Dieter says, I'll jump in and out of the 48 as much as possible that the Dutch hosting has been altered, as I learned yesterday, to support everyone as best as possible. Okay, buddy.
Oh,
You'll get to practice. You can practice your Welsh on there as well. That'd be fun. You can show off your Welsh skills. Dieter says, 7:30 p.m. is 5 a.m. in Australia, Brisbane, by the way. There we go.
yes.
For us. Julie says, hi, Ian. George says, hey, all. Hello, George. And Jim says, Spitfire is nice, Mikey. However, if you mentioned you're doing the same thing with a Hurricane, then I'll be upset. You're going to be upset then because they do have Hurricanes there and Messerschmitts. And they've got the world's only 1-to-1 scale Spitfire simulator there.
Oh,
Yes. And one of James's job is helping the guy that owns it to run it. So that could be fun. So Mike,
again,
may,
if this gets annoying, mute my mic, please.
it's not normally annoying, it's unusually loud. You can't normally hear it.
Yeah, but up to you.
No, we'll see what the people in the chat think. Not sure. And it's definitely giving it texture, but yeah. Dieter says, envious of that road trip, mate. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. What we're thinking of doing is, because for Gary to get up there, it's a 3-hour trip on the train, or a 3-hour drive, and 3-hour drive, or like a 3-hour trip on the train. But to go on the train, it'd cost him 70 quid. So what we're thinking of doing
70?
is Gary, yeah. So what we're thinking of doing is Gary getting the train up to Chester, and then maybe, because I've got to go past Chester to get up to Blackpool anyway. So I could nip into Chester, pick him up on the way, and then drive up together. So we'll be able to record some footage on the way up there as well. It'd be funny.
You can sing in your car.
Flying Dutchman Dave says, good day all. Hello, Dave.
Hoi hoi.
Duke says, I've been doing this job for so long that I don't need night vision goggles. Yeah. It's when the next shift come in and they go to use the alcohol gel on the hands. They go, this is funny. Alcohol gel isn't normally this slippery.
Ah, that's funny.
Tiff says, sorry, camera was having a fit. Not a problem, Tiff. Julie says, Fred used to work as a TV cameraman. The technicians were in the broadcast systems engineers department and were called the Mad Cows due to the BSE acronym. I remember that. Sonic says, think Tiff's camera might have BSE, Julian. Ian says, John, have you been to Hunter Warbirds in Scone, Australia?
Yes, there was a Fighter World volunteers were put on a bus, and we went up there and spent a day up there. It's fantastic.
Nice.
I think John's obsessed with the front line.
That's because that's where he gets to meet all the ladies. He's not in Australia. Scale modelling is cool. Because the world is upside down there.
Yeah, so that thing
Yeah.
for the International Women's Day,
Yeah.
because it's technically it's Women's Month.
Yeah.
It'll be posted on later on this month.
It'd be good to read. So there you go. Keep an eye on the International Women's Day post on the Airfix website because modders will be on there at some point.
Hopefully, yeah.
And we can go, we knew her before she was famous.
I'm not going to get famous from an article.
Hey, you're the only one on here that's had an article written about them. Well, in terms of modelling, anyway.
To be fair,
I've had a
Mikey,
few articles written about them.
I say that's thanks to you.
I'll behave.
Because if it wasn't for you in this channel, I wouldn't have met Malcolm, who then wouldn't have recommended me.
Behave yourself. Flattery gets you nowhere. Yeah, I've had a few articles written about me in the paper. It's funny. All for good reasons, of course, but just not to do with scare modelling.
You all contained in a joke book.
No,
No,
I've actually got one of the articles. I've actually got one of the articles on my shelf. 2 seconds. Should be in this one because I wouldn't buy the new paper.
You must have hidden it very well.
I must have binned it. I'll find a link to it and post it in Discord later. Jane says, Mikey, I saw one guy use an airbrush without paint to blow the surface of the resin to look like waves. Yeah. I might do that off camera. Today was an experiment. Jim says, Mikey and Gary on a road trip together. What could possibly go wrong? The Odd Couple theme comes to mind. Ian says, afternoon, Dutch Dave. June says, that was Zorba's Up on YouTube, who I know Tiff has seen.
Yes.
Jim says, hello, Dutchman. Dutchman says, hi, Ian, Jim, Julian. Aussie Ian says, we'll have to take a road trip to Scone sometime. Take John with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
He can be your tour guide.
No, I don't volunteer
Take
there
John
or
with
whatever.
you and leave him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do love you, though, honest John.
No, I could do that. I could go again. It's, they got some pretty cool stuff there.
What you could do is do it as a modelling club day out.
Yeah, it's about 200 kilometres away though.
All right, a couple of days out. You could do a scale modelling camping trip or something.
Sky blue.
Go into the middle of the woods and sing Ginganguli with a beer.
Ging gang gully 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 with a beer.
Oh,
Ging gang gully.
in your Boy Scout uniforms. With no Boy Scout what's around. Sonic says, there's an idea. Using your airbrush, if you have one without the paint, obviously clean the crack off your keyboard. Yeah. Yeah. It does work, but it's you might as well just wipe it down with a cloth. June says, scone reminds me of the dwarves in Terry Pratchett. Instead of the stone of scone, they have the scone of stone. Battle bread was used as ammunition. June says, Mikey, were they articles or witness statements? They were an article. They were articles. One was photos that I'd taken of the local arm response unit attending an incident around the corner from me, and another was an actual article about me. Sonic says, articles of evidence. June says, Tiff sounds like you're reading ahead. Naughty Tiff.
I'm allowed to
Julian
do that.
says, laugh out loud, son. There you go, that's what she said. Sonic says, Mikey and Gary can't be as bad as me and Julian. Oh my god, can you imagine them two together on a road trip?
That would be cool.
I'm struggling with what colour to paint this cloak.
Dieter says, Sonic, is that a bet? Sonic says, only one way to find out, Dieter. June says, 19 watching, 11 likes, which by proportion is a lot more than most of the live streams. There's actually 21 watching, and there was 27 before, I think. 24.
Wow.
Dieter says, if you go like that with the bear, you need one of you dressed as Getafix, another as Asterix, and a decent looking Obelix, or it does not count. Yeah. We could use Benji as Obelix. Obelix. No, what's the dog called? Asterix, Obelix.
Yeah.
Dogmatics, that's it.
Dogmatic.
We could use Benji as Dogmatics. Dieter says, when you go to Scone, you get to see a stone, but you'll end up feeling pound, as you won't get stoned. The real stone is not there to be seen, so no coronation for you to be about too keen. Are you working for the Da Vinci Code now or something, Dieter?
Clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. What I do is, once all this is dried, when I'm offline, I might put a fairly thick layer of this gel stuff on there and use my airbrush to sort of blow it in towards the cliff. And then varnish it. There you go. I've shared the link to that article in Discord. It's from 2019.
I will look it later.
It was just our local paper. It was never special. Yeah, Benji would be dogmatic. Dita says, no, Mikey, but I do decent rhyming. June says, Hagrid, Mikey doesn't rhyme with rhyming. Unhelpful look. Right then.
Right.
Right then. Now. Sonic says, nice timing. Dieter says, Asterix, Obelix, Dogmatics, Vital Statistics, Cacophonics, Getafix, Geriatrics, Mrs. Geriatrics, and Hygienics, Fully Automatics, Impedimenta, Bacteria, and so on. Yeah. And of course,
Pretty clever, isn't it?
yes. And not forgetting, of course, Caesar. Dieter says, Mike and Gary do a hikey and it's scary. Yeah. It'd be scary if me and Gary did a hikey because none of us can bloody hike anymore. Sonic says, in can't see the button. That's Monty Python. We were talking about Obelix.
He has a very good friend in Rome. Why do they? She just so.
Okay, they're making really weird rhymes up in the chat. They've all gone crazy. What did I do with that brush? Oh, I put my phone on top of it. Wonderful. Because I'm such a clever lad.
How are we doing for time? Half an hour.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this
rhymes
whole
all the time.
tank is taking a lot longer than I thought it would because being a full interior kit, it takes a bit of time. But I am really enjoying it. It's a nice, lovely fit for all the parts. Typical mini art kit.
Yeah. Just spread out this UV resin a bit.
DJ Sonic says, Willies, Wadwick.
June says Mikey did a hikey and whilst Gary with a sword did parry. There we go. Dieter says Oshita Cheetah. John says
Oshita Cheetah.
June says, yep, the rhyming all Hagrid's fault, honest philosopher. There we go. And Sonic says, and Tiff got a whiff of John's bonbons. Oh dear. That
Oh,
one's a bit. It is scary.
Gotta keep it clean.
Yes. Otherwise, you get infections. There you go. Nice UV resin. I need to get some new batteries in this, I think. My funky purple light. Ooh.
You just reminded me I need to get some for the fairy lights around my bed. I've got Christmas lights hung up around my bed.
What, you?
Well,
Swilled.
I've got red lights underneath my bed and Christmas lights. The just plain white ones.
Do you leave your red light on, do you?
No.
You could put on your red light.
Yeah.
Roxanne. Sonic says, "What the wines with Julian?" Don't know. Julian the hooligan.
Gulia.
Yeah, hooligan's like a half rhyme, I'd say.
Yeah. Julian is a bullion on call in a hooligan. Julian, thankfully, nothing Sonic like orange in that way. Syringe. Did says, guess again, Julian. Julian was being a hooligan because he's a bloody hooligan. Julian says, "Oh God!" Sees Hagrid's post. On the other hand,
Any words that sort of rhyme with orange are all half rhymes, pretty much.
yeah. Sure, these fish. So I actually found, when I was doing my dragon, I actually found a really good way of doing the UV resin, curing the UV resin. I hung my UV torch off the webcam and then put the dragon on the turntable. Put it on the motorized turntable, so it just carried on turning on its own underneath the light. And
John's back with Spock's wine.
Okay.
Sonic said, "Mary Poppins put the droppings in the cottons." Jim says, "Forgot to mention earlier, a moment of empathy for a fellow modeller, my best mate, spilled lacquer thinner on most of the painted parts of his model last night. A bloody mess."
Ooh. It's a shame. Yeah. A lot of empathy here. Thoughts and prayers. It's best I can do, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Jim says, "Oshita rhyme." D says, "Jim, can it be salvaged?" I imagine so. Wash it off and then repaint it, wouldn't it? Shouldn't melt the plastic.
Yeah, but you'd. Yeah.
You'd still be gutted,
Yeah.
like. But...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Gunmetal, white, style, aluminium. Oh no.
What's the matter, John boy?
Oh well, so just look at my notes here. So the radiator is steel, the filler cap for it's gunmetal, the fan blade for it is aluminium, and the handle for it is white. And I just cleaned my airbrush without painting aluminium or style. Oh well.
No, not to worry.
You'll be right, mate. Export light, mate. Drink it all night, mate. Export light.
Mate.
Oh, crikey. Oh, there are. That's nice. There are. I didn't there. So there's brake accelerator and a clutch pedal on this, but it was in the kit, but I didn't know where they fitted. So I've just found it on a step that I didn't notice earlier. Hang on, I'll just plug the camera. So hooray! What else do I need?
Dieter says, Tiff sits on a cliff, thinks, blimey, that's another Marley. A moment of goose when one of them made spooks, and all of it gets answered by Mikey. It's so bloody lightly. Very good.
I don't know
Dieter.
whether to laugh or cry, Dieter.
Jim says, Hagrid, not sure at this point. We'll let you know when I hear from him.
Yeah.
And Sonic says, Sonic is moronic, before anyone says it. Shall we try a different song?
Oh, if you like.
How about this one? A New Orleans crawfish boil.
Crawfish boil.
Dieter says, Sonic Tonic Electric Telefisk. Gosh, now I have Asterix and Goths in my head. And fingers crossed, Jim, hope he does. Oh. There you go. Ooh, Sudden Lad 88 has joined the Discord. I wonder who that is.
Amateur model making, maybe?
Ah, it could be. That makes sense. Oh, dear me. Stretch my back.
Yeah.
Julian says, would we say that, Sonic? We might think it out loud, by accident, of course. Ah, there you go. You're right, modders. It is amateur model making. Cool.
Cool.
Deed says the Goths, aka the Germanics, all have names ending in ick. They do.
Ah.
Welcome to the Discord, buddy. Dieter says, best one was the guy that went off. He'll be a General Electric. Nobody gets that joke in Dutch until you remember that General Electric refers to other than big guns and engines.
Yeah. Matrix.
Dieter welcomes. John, read what that first word says. Don't read it out loud. Just read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I think there's a message in there for all of us.
yes. Dean says, oh, bloody hell, welcome. Nick says, there once was a guy called Julian with jokes sometimes be cruelian. Some make us laugh, some make us scoff, whilst thinking of that fool is a fooligan. Or thinking right here is a fooligan. There we go. Modern day Robbie Burns. Doopy-doo. I like this music. It's pretty cool. Nice and bouncy. What's that, Modest?
It's funky.
It is, isn't it? So it makes you want to get up.
Crawfish. What? Crawfish?
It's called New Orleans Crawfish Boil.
Crawfish boil. That sounds alright, I think.
Mm.
Well,
Sounds delicious.
We've only got 11 likes. What's going on? It's not like us. It does sound delicious, doesn't it? Oh,
you feel
I'm
like
sure.
seafood? Yeah, my wife does not, unfortunately. But it does
I'm
sound
not.
delicious.
Yeah, I'm not overly keen. I like prawns. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of seafood.
Whenever, say, Bruno go to a restaurant, she usually recommends, do the fish. Get whatever I don't have at home because she doesn't like the smell, and my kids don't like seafood. They'll eat flake, but they don't like cod.
I don't mind cod.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't mind cod. Cod's nice. Oh, salmon grilled on a barbecue, wrapped in foil.
Oh, not wrong.
See,
I'm-
go on, Mikey.
Yeah, go on.
When I do salmon, I always marinate it in sweet chili sauce and put it in the oven, bake it, wrap it in foil and bake it.
Yeah. Well, I never used to like fish. I've mentioned it before. On a weekend, my granddad and I'd go to the boat with my granddad on the River Conwy, and they had him and his cousin had an oil drum set up on the bank next to the boat where the boat was docked. And what he used to do was he would make fish and put herbs in it and butter and things like that. Wrap it all in foil, take it with us for our dinner, and then he'd use the oil drum to make a fire, and he'd cook them on top of the old oil drum.
Nice.
It was like barbecuing whilst we sat next to the river. Oh, it was so good,
Sounds good. Yeah.
and it's a really nice time to spend with my granddad as well.
Yeah, so like fish, it's certainly in Sydney, and where I am, I'm right on the coast here, so there is good sports fishing off the coast, and it's literally stuff like blue marlin and all that sort of stuff. So there's seafood in Australia. It is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty
Can
bloody
you
good,
eat
actually.
marlin?
I don't know. I don't know. There must be a reason they catch it.
Well, it's the sport
Maybe
for
it
cats
tastes like crap. Yeah.
because it's such a powerful fish.
Yeah, and they can't go out and shoot white rhino anymore, can they?
Well, no. Or black rhino, because there's only one of them left.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Black rhinos matter.
It's either one or two of them. I think it's two females that are left. So they're under 24-hour guard now by anti-poaching
All right.
unit.
Oh, poached rhino sounds delicious.
Again, one more thing we do not condone on this channel. Oh, John, so many disclaimers for you. I'm just going to spread this out a bit, and then I'll be with you all.
Well,
Good job. This isn't knackered paint.
it is.
Well, you can do it, Tiff. Go on.
I was going to say, it
In the
is
chat.
1:45, and we need to kind of get ready to go.
I like his reaction to this one.
Yeah.
You- Oh. Got
Well, I've gone a
something.
slightly different direction now. I've started covering it in UV resin,
Okay.
just to give it a little bit of extra shine.
Okay. Yeah. That's looking really good, Dim. Clearly, I have no idea what you're doing or how you're doing it. but I know who to ask when I need to do stuff like that. Which I'll be asking for tips when I come to do the either the vinaigrette or whatever I'm doing with this thing, the diaspora, whatever I'm doing.
Well, I've decided what I'm doing with the Model T is I'm going to do it like an abandoned vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a friend who makes his own resin, like oil drums and crates and stuff like that. So he's going to send me some.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you go through the chat, Tiff?
Yeah. Am I reading it too?
No, I could read it if
Yeah.
you like. Dita
Well,
says,
there you go.
yeah, I cannot eat seafood. Mussels, I can, but need 6 months to properly digest it. Rest makes me hyperreact. 6 months to properly digest it. Wow.
Yeah.
Darren says, hi, Ian. Scale Modelling says, battered cod and chips. Yum, yum. Yeah, you're not wrong. Sonic says, there once was a veteran called Mikey who looked like a bearded Mikey with a voice so insatiable, face for the radio. You have to give the channel a likey.
You can go off people, you know, Sonic.
That's cool. Very well. That's well played. Darren's got something in his eye. Got like, I think double barrel pink eye or something. Ian says PMSL Sonic. I like that one. Jim says at Sonic. Brilliant, mate. Dita says, sorry, John, but I don't fit in your kitchen utensils. So this rhino's not for eating. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, God. I wonder if you could use a horn as a toothpick afterwards. Dita says, since we are going that way, haha. DJ says, Sonic says, a lube and subscribe.
On that note, we need to head
You're
up.
out?
Yes, because we're going to
Right.
hospital to see my nana. So.
Oh, okay. Well, hope she's well. Enjoy.
Yes, enjoy your trip to see your very own poorly Nana.
You know what? She surprised everyone the other day.
Did she?
She got up. Yeah. She hasn't been doing her physiotherapy.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, she can't really like support herself when she's walking, even with like a Zimmer frame. Nah, she got up out of bed the other day. She went to the bathroom and run using the Zimmer frame. So there's now the talks of being put in a. She still has to go into a care home temporarily
Yeah.
Yeah.
until we can make the house safe for her. But she pretty much can go home,
Yeah,
Well.
there you go.
which is
Great.
good. She's gonna have like a hospital bed and that, just for safety precautions and stuff. But yeah.
Excellent.
All good.
Good on Granny Modders.
Yeah.
That's
No, you don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I went to press the wrong button. Right. I will catch you guys Thursday.
Certainly will.
Thanks
10
for
o'clock,
playing.
isn't it?
Yeah, and I have to be driving, so I'm off as well.
Yeah. See you, Sonic.
Later.
10 o'clock Thursday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Bye.
You've been to
Bye.
see
Funny how
he's a
lube
man.
and subscribe has become a thing.
Yeah, it's funny how it's that's what's caught on, isn't it?
We'll go to great lengths to not annoy, but rather to flummox.
Yes. I like that. Works for me.
Oh, hang on. Wait a moment. Is that going to be... Oh, yeah. Okay, that works.
It's a good job I didn't need this paintbrush anymore.
C2.
Oops.
Where's C2? Where's C? There we are. Where's 2? Ah, there you are.
Are you having fun there, John?
I am really enjoying this build. In fact, everything that's on my desk at the moment, the Hanamag is a pleasure to build. This little ball tank's a pleasure to build, and that Hurricane's a pleasure to build. So it's all good.
Excellent.
I think I could continue with the MiG-23. However, so today, I thought, yeah, I'll do another mini art kit next. So the omnibus.
Oh no, I'm jealous.
Why? Well, you can buy one yourself.
Can't, because I can't bloody afford one.
Well,
they're not cheap.
neither can I, because I bought an omnibus. No, I got it for. It was a really good special. I got it for 60 odd, down from. I can't remember. I think it was 79. No, I paid 58 for it. Whatever.
Yeah.
And today they got a restock of mini art kits in Frontline. So I noticed today that they have the omnibus crew. So it's like a 6. I think a driver, conductor, and 4 passengers. So I'll definitely be buying that as well.
Yeah.
And it just looks like it's just fun. It's just a stupid build. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, this is starting to look a little bit better now, I think.
Okay.
Ooh, got a brush hair there.
Do. Tell you what.
It's catchy, isn't it?
There we are.
It certainly doesn't look like tissue paper on top of tinfoil anymore, anyway.
Oh, there we are. Okay, that's how that works. So yeah, it's not painted yet, but you can see, yeah, the driver's seat. And now he has pedals in front of him. He didn't before. Yeah, there we are. So hooray! Let's get the other side of the hull on.
Need to put some resin down there just to stop it coming back up.
Oh no! It's broken off again.
Oh no!
Ah, no, it's all right. Third time, I'll just glue it back again. But I should, yeah.
Sure,
So every week, I think, I'll this week I'll do the weathering inside and stuff like that. But there's still so much construction. Now the construction of the interior will be complete. So I think I might drag it out a bit. So next week will be the weathering of the interior. Because it's fun.
Yeah. It's nice just to be able to do something daft for a change, isn't it?
Yeah, without because we're all doing very different subjects. So there's no real sort of time constraint either.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Sonic says loves YouTube. Sonic right there. Nita says, so John can afford to go half track as he's having a ball in his tank and will be on the omnibus for the rest of the month.
Ooh, I
There
think
we
you're
go.
trying very hard, Data. Well played.
I just shone the ultraviolet light in my face. That's not good.
What?
That will not do my health any good.
Oh, the blue light. Just
Purple light.
purple light. So the UV
I
light.
think it's purple.
Yeah,
Colourblind. Yeah.
you're a brave
I'm
man showing
colourblind
that
as well.
around your model desk.
Yeah. Do.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, where's me fingers? That.
Was I think purple in Welsh is puce.
Puce.
I think so.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
I think so.
Huh.
I know pink is punk.
P-U-N-K?
No, PWNC. So in Welsh, the letter W is pronounced as a like like a lowercase u.
Hmm.
Punk.
Right. They're a weird mob.
1,500-year-old language, mate.
Yeah, it's amazing, really.
Comes from the Brittonic language, whereas modern English comes from more the English, French, and German come from the Latin languages, family of languages. Doopy-doopy-doo.
Hmm.
Ooh, we've got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, I was about to bring that to your attention.
Yeah. I notice, see, sometimes. How bad would it be now if I just turn around and go, actually, I think I've done this completely wrong and I need to redo it?
Well,
Anyway. I'll go for that. I think the next job will be putting like little bits of cotton on. Ooh, that's gone loud all of a sudden. Quiet down, music. Quiet down. There we go. Right. Yeah, I think the next job will be to put little bits of cotton on the crests of the waves and stuff. I think that'll look nice. And then it'll be paint the actual, or make the hole for the actual golf course. Put in hole. Clean up the submarine. Maybe do a little bit of weather on it. Yeah, anyway. So that's what it's looking like so far. So if you look at it from that angle, I'll do it that way. There you go.
yeah. Now let's zoom in on your quarter, can we? Well,
That's
half.
There you go. So if you
Wow.
look at it from that angle, which is where you'd be viewing it from in the film, it's not too bad.
Very nice.
Looking that way, it looks a bit odd. But look at it from there, it doesn't look too bad. Just a bit, maybe a little bit too blue, but I can live with that. There you go. How have you got on, John?
Yeah, so I'm just so yeah. So as you see it, the it's starting to come together. So the internal details are kind of right. So they're the magazines for the rifles. I have the machine guns. So there, I've got 4 of those painted up. 2 of them will be sticking out there and there on each side, and you got the magazines for them there.
Nice.
That fan will be built up. And I'll need to spray that the pedals and all that sort of stuff. Again, I'll do that off camera. So next week, the insides of these will be ready to go. I've also done the doors. That's it. So they'll be ready to. I won't have these on next week, but I'll have them ready to go on, and then I'll be weathering, doing a bit of messing it up, and a bit of dirt, bit of oil, bit of grease, bit of gack.
Yeah.
And inside of that, and yeah, finally, I'll get the machine guns in place, and it'll be ready to close up. Hopefully, close up by the end of the next show, session,
Nice.
whatever you want to call it. And then the rubber track remains, which will be probably not that difficult. There's literally 4 pieces that go around there.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Oh, you get the idea. I'll get on there.
Well, you're going to paint them up as the stitching.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to erode, like file away the chevrons and just leave the middle seam.
Yeah.
And then do a lot of holes all the way through it and then literally lace it, like with string from chips and stuff like that. I don't know how that's going to look going from one quadrant to another. But I should be able to, like, I reckon I'd be able to, do it separately and then put it all together and just do the final stitch between the two. That's what I got in mind. How that works remains to be seen.
Well, what you could do,
join it.
what you could do is do most of it, and then just do the seam underneath.
Yeah.
So you can't see it then.
Yeah, but there's 4 of these that go around. So 1, 2, and then the other half. But that's me, and it's a pretty good kid, eh? It's fun. It's just
great.
dumb.
Graham says, "Is this the latest join to a live stream? Good afternoon, all." I think it probably is because we're literally just finishing.
Well played, and welcome, and hello, and goodbye.
Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, we've not done too bad, I don't think. I think the fumes off this UV resin is making me a bit dizzy, like. But...
Yeah, well, probably would. Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining, everyone.
It was a lot of fun. We had a good natter with Gary about his special holes that he's made in the wall.
That's funny. That's cool.
I'd have loved to have seen Marion's reaction when they told her. Because she wasn't happy when she told me.
Oh. You know what? So when he was telling that story, this is a very quick story and I will keep it very brief. So I used to, one of my jobs when I was an apprentice electrician was in a hospital. So we had to put in this big cable run, like, orange circular big cable going through, what you'd call breeze blocks. I think Besser bricks, whatever you'd call them in the UK. Breeze blocks?
Yeah, breeze blocks.
To the hollow. Anyway, so we organised to do the thing so they didn't disturb any surgeries that are going on. We booked a time where we can do it. We had a 10-minute window, and okay, go. And literally, we had 2 weeks of planning and all that sort of stuff. And I got the big hilty and I just went, brr, brr, and that's about how loud it was and how long it took. And I just sort of went, I've just wasted everyone's time because everyone else, if we did it while they were doing surgery, they would have gone, what was that noise? Oh, no, carry on. Yeah. But no one died, so it was all good.
Excellent. Oh, hang on. There's one for that stupid computer. There you go. I need to save up and get a new computer. Duke says, now we have a competition to see who's last. No, we want to join them. Yeah. Julian says, John, what you could use instead of string is stretched sprue to cut equal lengths. Then you can dispense with the holes. That's true.
I don't want to do that. Good suggestion, but I've got lots of string left over from model shipbuilding, so
yeah. There we go. And just think about it. Don't cricket balls, they have the 2 seams going round, don't they? Rather than cross stitch, it's 2 seams going round.
Yeah,
because
so
I watched them index the finger.
I watched them make cricket balls in a show on ABC the other day with Dr. Carl, and the outside stitches are done by a machine all the way around, but the centre stitch, the one that does the 2 halves together, has to be by cricket rules, has to be sewed by hand. So the guy who's doing it has been doing it for 48 years with kookaburras. It's amazing.
So you're going to be doing the stitching all around the outside and doing the cross stitching then?
That's the plan. How it's going to work, we shall see. I haven't thought it out yet. But
you may have bitten off more than you can chew.
No, not really. What's the worst I could do? The worst that could happen is a ball. I can throw the bastard.
Amateur Model Making says, thank you for allowing me to join the Discord. You're welcome, bud. Have a look at the different channels in there. We've got different channels for different things. Create a project showroom for showing off what you're working on, things like that. Feel free to chat to any of the guys in there. They're all lovely people and they're all really welcoming. So, yeah.
True.
Ian says, see you later, Pikey and Bumblebee.
Pikey and Bumblebee.
Nice. On that note, we'll be back at, remember, Thursday, it's 10 o'clock instead of the usual 11 o'clock.
It's a good day.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It looks like where that hole is at the back, there should be a TV or something.
That'll be a door. So, yes, and now early on Thursday.
Yes.
Yes.
And then no stream Friday. Because
no stream Friday because of
the
48 and 48.
Yes.
Come join us, everyone. Come and watch at least.
There you go. Scott says 9 p.m. Aussie time.
Yes.
Graham says, got my like in before you finished. Hey, thank you.
Hey.
Junior says, great stream as always. Thank you. Amateur Model Maker says, I'm back in work Thursday, so I'll be missing your next one. It's not a problem, mate. They all stay on the channel, so you can always watch them back if you want to. Ian says, 10 a.m. noted for Thursday. Excellent. And Darren says, I'll be there, unless you get called out. Right. See you all 10 o'clock on Thursday. Bye.